howdy, 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 howdy. Oh, it is working. Look, I figured it out. Where's it at? Over there. That one? No, that one. All right. That was broken for a couple shows. I just figured it out. Tim D, welcome. Thanks for trying that out for me. And there goes John. John's in there too. All right. So apparently that thing has to go live before it shows up on the screen there. All right. I'm a little excited. Sorry. I got that working. Hey everybody. This is Rick Bailey. If you guys don't know, for some odd reason, yes, there we go. I am Rick Bailey. This is the Foltz Bailey Model Railroad channel. And we are going to hang out here because it's Sunday night and this is Sidetrack Sunday. If you're not familiar with Sidetrack Sunday is a group of guys and a gal who get together every Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Yes, we're all Eastern Standard Time right now. Or no, we're all daylight time right now, getting into Standard Time in a few weeks. But yeah, Sunday nights, 8 o'clock here on YouTube. I've got a whole list of people. Yeah, that still works. I'm going to pop the STS Crew's links in the description. Hopefully it works. If not, that might be broken. Who knows? All right. If not, they're in the description. If they pop up in chat, great. If not, it looks like I will have to fix that too. So yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm babbling on here. Sunday night, STS, 8 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. All right. We got that out of the way. What are we going to do tonight? Tonight we are going to do a little work on this surprise bridge build and get moving along with that. We're going to do some the bridge decking and hopefully get into some of the upper trusses for the roof section. I'm going to try and hurry it along because I know sitting here watching me just glue things and you watching glue dry is not much fun. So we'll try and speed it along as best as possible. So before we get to that, I do have one announcement thing that I want to touch on. Not sure who it's going to mess with or what it will entail. My chat stopped. Did my chat stop? I saw my name pop up. Oh yeah, it did. But that stopped. Oh, I'm going to have to go off of StreamYards because my other chat stopped. I did see John from Schoolgirl Valley did stop in and say hello. The other one that caught my eye was collecting thumbs up for Rick. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it, Dave. Yeah, my social stream just stopped working. All right, we're going to have to close that. And I got to go off a social stream or go off of the other one for now. So very interesting. What a pity. Okay. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get Rita up here and I'll try and get things together by the time she's gone. Yeah. All right. So, what things are nothing really happening. Oh, so that's it. The one thing. Okay. All right. So I do have one thing that I want to talk about, kind of rant about. I don't know if it's going to affect everyone, but it's certainly going to affect me. And yeah, it's a little bothersome. So I don't know if you guys. Okay, so the way my setup here is, I am coming to you through OBS. That's where I get to do all these funky things with OBS, like flip him around and all this kind of stuff. My OBS goes into StreamYards, so I use StreamYards as my platform to get to YouTube. What this allows me to do is also have guests on the show, like Nisi and the other STS members. I don't always do it, but the option is there for me to do that. When I decided to do that, I also I forget what I remember originally StreamYards. What there's a free version that gave you some very bare basic minimum um tools and things on the basic account, which is absolutely free, which I used in the very beginning. I did want to at one point do the next version, the next level up, which was I believe at the time they called it the pro version. I think it was like $20 a month. But honestly, for how much that I was streaming at the time, I didn't feel that that was warranted. And then StreamYards did this funny thing where they had this holiday special and they were offering a tier in between the basic and the pro. I can't remember exactly what they called it, but it was basically the half price. It was only $10 a month. So I jumped on that and I've been on that for the longest time. It gave me a couple new options, which most of them I really didn't use. I had the ability of having like 9 people up on panel, which I never really used. But the one thing that it did allow me to do, which I took advantage of in the last recent months, was I could stream to multiple locations. So right now we are streaming to YouTube. We are also streaming over on Rumble. Then, in the course of all that happening, the owners of StreamYards sold themselves. They sold themselves to, oh God, I can't remember the company. I had it before the stream started, and I can't think of it now. But they sold their shares in the company to someone else. So now StreamYard is owned by someone else. That someone else didn't they didn't do anything with StreamYards in the beginning. They left it alone. It ran, it was making money, it was doing great. Well, now the time has come where they're now making changes and they're adding some features and they changed their price point. Unfortunately, the tier that I am in will no longer exist. So that $10 a month bill that I got every month, that's gone bye-bye. The first tier up is going to cost $45 a month. And unfortunately, I can't afford $45 a month. I could barely afford $20 a month at the time. So there's no way that I'm going to be able to do the $45 cost for StreamYard. So I'm going to have to dump back down to basic, and that's going to take away some of the features. You are going to see the StreamYard logo will go back up over there. Right now it is not there because of that account that I have. Also, I'm not going to be able to stream to Rumble anymore. Now I could do that directly through StreamYard or through OBS. I could go directly to Rumble. I could go directly to YouTube, but then that's going to take away my ability to have guests because my computer can't handle doing it locally, having the guests come into my machine and then broadcasting that out. That's just not going to happen. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not sure about how many of you may be using that same type of service, but it's there. All right. With all that being said, let's go over to the participants list and let's see who's here. I saw a bunch of people were jumping up on the screen there. Oh, this is a shirt that I got from my kids. It says Dad Tax. If you guys don't know what Dad Tax is, Dad Tax, there are 2 definitions. The first one is a portion of any item a dad is entitled to when he buys something for his kids. I get a dad tax. The second definition is to ensure that food isn't poisonous. So anytime my kids get a toy or something, I get to play with it as my dad tax. Anytime the kids get a treat or something that I have to open, I get a dad tax. So yes, my kids pay taxes to dad. Let me pull up the list here because I am just looking over at OBS. All right. In alphabetical order, let's go from top to bottom. We've got Anthony Dodge, the model train outsider. Welcome, sir. Thank you for being here. Dave BNSF Skill is in the house. Dave from DB Tech showed up. Glad to have you, buddy. Mike from Deep Run Railroad is here. James from the Dundas Junction Model Railroad is in the house. Of course, I am here. JD or Grandpa Rails is in the house. JJ from the Great Northern is here. Inked Rails is back. John Paulson is here. Hello, JP. Dwight is in from the Curly Express. Lynn McCurdy is here. If you guys didn't know, Lynn's got a contest on his channel because he reached 500 subs. You got to go check out his video. I put it in a post a couple weeks ago with a link to the video. Check out Lynn's channel. If one of the moderators could just grab a link to Lynn's channel and pop that up there. Yeah, you definitely want to be in Lynn's contest because he's got a great giveaway. So congratulations to him for making it to 500. Let's all have some fun and join the contest. All right, PK and W Model Works is here. Ray Bobell from the B&N Model Railroad is here. Ron Moen's in the house. Santa Fe Bob is here. Bob, thank you so much for your email. Love those emails. Great reminder that I'm actually supposed to be on that particular day. But the motivation in your emails definitely helps me a lot. Thank you so much. Of course, again, John, too, from Schuylkill River Valley is here. Tom Grassi is in the house. Tim D is here. And Willow Creek Industrial Spur. First time I'm seeing you here. Welcome. You're going to have to fight with Wig Wag Workshop because he usually brings up the rear. I did see him in here earlier, but he's not on the list now. Someone else did pop in. DWM Trains, Dave. Good to have you here, Dave. Anybody else that I know of? No, it looks like that's the top of the list. So a lot of new faces, a lot of new names in the house tonight. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoy what we're going to show. And yeah, oh, there's another one, the Great Buckeye Western Railroad. I didn't see, I haven't seen you before. Welcome. I did see, let me think, I believe it was Lynn that actually got the cookie. He was the first one in this afternoon. Tina was also here early on, but she's not here now. Maybe she's busy. But all right, so it caught you up on StreamYard. We're caught up on the participants list. We might as well get over to the side cam because that's where our project is. Let's hang out over there. There's Rail Artist just jumped in. Welcome, Rail Artist. Loved your video this afternoon of your new place and your new train room. That was great. Yeah, so here we go. So now I can click on things. Except now they're down there. When I do it, it's always up there. So that's going to be a little bothersome with the hellos, but I'll have to get that fixed and find out what happened. Another live demo. Yes. All right. So we are going to finish up with the build. Well, we're not going to finish. We're going to get further along. Let's do it that way. With the build. And see how far we can get. I was actually quite happy. I got to use a tool that was given to me a while ago that I had never used before, quite simply. Never had to do a function that needed it. So I'm very, very glad that I was able to pull that out and show it to you here. Mom and Son's Train Rail Fans is here. Welcome. Did we break anything yet? Not yet. Possum Bayou, not yet. See, all these guys, they know to stop in 15 minutes after the show because I get done all my rants and talking. So now you see everyone showing up right on time. I made sure I stocked coffee in the thermos today because Lord knows I will need it. All right, so let's get down to the workbench, and I'll show you what we're doing here. So, you where we left off, we had this structure here. These are the two sides and the front face. We were able to glue these together and get some white paint on it. I'm really pleased with the paint job with the white and how the stain shows through it. Of course, for you guys, it looks like just a blob of white paint. There you go. Some of it is going through. A little bit. We also did a little bit of weathering. We put on some black on the outside, and then on the inside, we did some brown, along with a couple dabs of black. Steve, 87th PSAP is here. Hey, Steve. So this is the tool. Some of you guys will recognize this. This is I believe they call it the Chop It or something like that. It is from Micromark. It was given to me as, I believe, a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. But I haven't needed it until today because today's project consisted of making the deck boards. So I had to get those all lined up and all cut. STS is a nice ritual, making the end of the weekend soften the blow. Well, yeah, I'll leave it at that. That's very good. I was going to go there, but I'm not going to go there. It was a very good comment. Thank you. STS is always good, no matter who is hosting it. It's always fun, always good to have. I got the Chopper 3. Yeah, there are a couple versions, I think, in size that Micromark sells. I think I got the smallest one because I don't think I ever plan on cutting anything that's really huge. Not looking forward to tomorrow. None of us are. None of us are. Mondays always suck. All right, so back to the build. So here's where we left off. What I did was they gave me a bunch of ties. I guess you call them ties. They were actually they're this long. This is the actual piece. The pieces that I have saved over here all curled in the staining process. So I really couldn't use them or cut them in a certain way that I could get a straight angle. So these are the misfits. What I don't understand is how I got three different colors. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think I only used one color stain. I'm not 100% sure because I remember when I first started this project, which was two months ago. Maybe it was last month. I can't remember now. No, it was 2 months ago because we glued this together last week and we did the painting the month before that. I did stain these one color. Derek Alexander, welcome in. And then I came back today and I stained them. I stained some of them another color. So this one here that kind of appears like greenish color. You're not going to be able to see that because the camera's not going to play nice. I love this color. It kind of looks like driftwood. It's good color. That's what the original stain was. And then I gave it a darker stain today, which turned out, making it look like burnt wood. Come on, focus in. There we go. So we got some like burnt wood charred stuff there. I guess the stain didn't take on some of them, and we got this like lighter brownish color, which is actually pretty cool. And I'm glad that it's in the mix because now it just looks like I really did a great job. And really, honestly, I didn't do much other than throw stuff in there. So the instructions for today are to take all of those ties and basically glue them on the bottom. I am going to do some of them. Bear with me. We're going to do a little bit of gluing. It's going to be a little boring, but I'm at least going to get it started. And then we can move on to doing the trusses, which are going to be a little more difficult. But I have a plan. So in the meantime, let's make some room. I'm going to get these ties out of the way. There. I also want to get. Oh, the other fun thing was all of these ties that I cut here. I got all of these spare. This is all the other half of those, and they're not quite the same. They're obviously shorter. Um, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do with these. But I guess I'm going to hold on to them. They'll probably make for some good bracing at some point on another wood building. Are you lining them up on masking tape? No, I'm not going to line them up on masking tape. I'm just going to go one by one and just put them in. I did the only thing that I did was I actually took the building, turned it on its side, and lined them up so I could find out exactly how many I needed to cut, and then just used the building, the actual bridge, to figure that out. So that's exactly how many ties. Well, I'm going to call them ties. They're bridge deckings. So that will fill up the entire bottom, and that's all I need. So now it's just a matter of trying to hold that in place, which I'm going to do simply by just adding a metal clip on the end here on the back end. So there's a little more weight. Simple enough. And I'm going to add some glue. I got a little bit of cardstock here, and I'm going to put some glue on. Get that out of the way. See, now StreamYard's not even acting right. And this is just Aleene's tacky glue. You guys know me. I always use way too much glue. Use a foam cradle. Yeah, I don't have one of those, but I do have to get one. I don't do a lot of like locomotive work. And I know they're good for that to hold cars and stuff like that. But yeah, I should probably get one. I am just going to use. Oh, I got a tie that I didn't cut. Awesome. I'm just going to use a coffee stirrer that I used to use for stirring some paint. I'm removing paint masks from a custom boxcar. Oh, cool. Awesome. Just make your own. I did. Yeah, I could probably do that too. I could probably find some. I do work for a shipping company, so I'm pretty sure I can get some foam inserts from somewhere. All right, so I'm just going to spread some on the top, some on the bottom. I probably should have checked to see if this was. Probably should have checked this to make sure that it was level. So I'm going to just rely on the glue that I'm putting down on the bridge. I'm not going to glue them together. And I can already tell that these are slightly larger, longer than what they should be. So I'm going to have to sand these down. And already I have a crooked tie. That's okay. I'm going to use it anyway. Maybe it'll give some aesthetic to the building. Yeah, I'm going to need more glue. Yeah, none of those are sticking because I don't have enough glue. So we're going to take all those off and start again. JD, you should do a video on it. What did JD do? What are they telling JD to do a video on? Where's Grandpa Rails? All right, I must be missing something because I don't see a comment from Grandpa Rails. Is it just me? Yeah, I'll have to catch up on it later. Um, yep. Let's get some more glue on here. That looks about right for me. Now, if I could find that piece that was crooked right there, I'm actually going to put that on the end so it doesn't screw up the rest of the boards. How about that? See, look, I did something smart. I think it was smart. I did not um, put these in any particular order, although I do like the order they are in. So I'm just keeping it that way. There, James, you want to see how I do a print? I think we saw some of his prints. He did shorts of some prints. Talking about your bamboo A1? If you haven't seen JD do a print on the bamboo A1, where have you been? Hey, if I do this quick enough, we might be able to just get this done today. All right, I'm running out of glue on my surface. Get some more on here. Oh, the bottom's tough to get to. All right, we're going to do two at a time. Just squish these together. Hey, we are making a record time here. Just for the record, I don't know if anybody's keeping count, it looks like I can at least build a bridge faster than Ray. All right. More glue again. So today's tutorial is glue. All right, we might as well just keep going and get this done. So bear with me, guys. I know it's boring, but we're almost there. And I can already tell I'm going to need to sand those sides down. And of course, this is the bottom of the bridge. So you're not going to see a lot of these unless you're looking inside the bridge. So I'm not too concerned of how it looks or well, I mean, I'd like it to be relatively straight, but I'm still taking my time. I'm just not being overly cautious. I could see there is just the slightest tilt of them going that way, but I think it's because of a crooked deck board. So I'm trying to straighten it out using just by moving the bottom ones in place. And the last tie. All right, so here's what I am going to do. The last tie, I'm going to glue together. I don't know why. I just feel it'll be more structural. It'll mean something. Maybe it'll mean something. Who knows? Okay. So I'm going to flip this over on the end and just put a little bit of pressure on it. Take this off now. All right. Just for a couple minutes. I'll put that down. That should be enough. All right. While that's doing its thing, now I don't want to touch it. I'll get this out of here. And the card. Well, we can keep the card because we're going to do a little more gluing anyway. So get that out of the way. I don't need that anymore. I can get that out of the way. So these here are the trusses that came in the kit. Need to clean off the dust. What is dusty? What is not working that is dusty? I'm thinking about the A1 in the spring. James, I am too, because I just saw a video today from another channel, not a railroad channel, but a very I guess famous person. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant in saying the channel. Don't know why. Do you guys or any of you guys used to follow the show Mythbusters? Well, the guy Adam from Mythbusters started a YouTube channel, and it's called Tested. They do a lot of fun things on there. They even survived through COVID doing just single Adam. Yes, Adam Savage. So I watch Adam Savage's channel, Tested, and he just gave a huge shout out to the bamboo. Is it the carbon A1 or something like that? But he gave a really big shout out. So I'm going to guess by tomorrow morning, those things are going to be off the shelf because Adam's got like 15 million subscribers. I don't know if that number's accurate, but he's got a lot of subscribers. And usually when he recommends something, it literally goes off the shelf the next day. So, yeah, if you're looking to get one, I would get one tonight because it may not be there in the morning. But he did give a raving review for that particular 3D printer. So I was looking at the same thing. And I think now that Adam confirmed that it's his favorite and he's a big techie DIYer kind of guy, I figured can't go wrong, right? All right. Well, hey, at least we are 30 minutes in and we've got one part of the project done. Sadly, the second part of the project here is to cut out all these little things. They don't need much cutting. As a matter of fact, I think they might all just be held in at one point, which is over here. I either need a new knife or this is hardboard is really hard to cut. Trying to be not so hard on it because I don't want to break it. There we go. So that is the truss. And we have a total of 32 of them that have to go in. So this is going to be fun. Oh, it looks like I can just bend these out. They are stuck at one point right there in the corner. It looks like all of them. So I can just twist these right on out if I'm careful enough. There we go. And you can see on some of them, the window panes or whatever you want to call them, the inside scraps didn't come out. So we could just remove that and get along. I guess it could help if you guys saw what I saw, right? Mike says, break it. That's what the glue is for. Yep. I did get smart on this one, and I figured I would try something and not originally I was just going to go ahead and freehand it, but um I chose not to, because I did freehand the ones that I built for this bridge here. If you can see in there, I actually so these are laser cut. These trusses are all hand built. So I cut every one of those pieces and put those together as triangle, and yeah, tried to do the same thing, stand those guys up, um and glue them together. So that was tough, but I love this kit. Love this kit. I would rebuild that in a heartbeat. I love that kit so much. A lot of hours, a lot of painstaking gluing. All right. I am not going to pull these out yet. I'm going to see how far along we can get with those. Randall Ellison is in the house. Also, I'm going to keep a hold of this, because you never know when you could use a small piece of hardboard for, whatever repairs, wedges. You could take two of these pieces together and get a square out of it and use it for a base for something. So never throw away your scraps. All right. Now, if I am correct, and I usually am, ask my wife, she'll tell you. Um, these just have to get glued in place, standing up right here. Now, the trick is they have to be spaced apart the same way. So what I did was they gave me the measurement in the instructions. Right there. They're 0.215. Shout out to Philly. That's our area code. 0.215 spaced apart. So what I did was I took some scrap, not scrap, but I have extra um of the oh god, I can't, what am I thinking of? The blocking sticks. I have extra of the blocking sticks. So I took two sticks and I glued two sticks together. That's two sticks glued together. Um this way. And then I just ran that against my sanding stick and kept measuring it with my digital, yeah, that thing. Clamps here, and then it tells you what the numbers are. That thing. And I got it down to point. I actually went a little further than I should have. It's actually 0.210. So this may wind up screwing me in the end. But the caliper, there you go. JP got it. The caliper, digital caliper is what I used. Thank you, sir. So what I'm going to do with this, so what if we ask Rita the same question? Would the answer be different? What was the question? Start start from the ends and work towards the middle. That's a very good point. I like that. That's really close together. That's like 12 foot on center. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Um, there are 32 of them. So would that make this a 32-foot bridge? If they're 12 inches apart, right? That would mean one every foot, 32 feet. It doesn't tell me in here how big the bridge should be. So does that make it a 32-foot bridge? Get the tweezers. I think we'll do all right without tweezers. So all I'm going to do is use this scrap and I'm going to put it over here and then glue one and then lift it up and move it over and glue the next one and keep going. When I get close, I'm going to do what Dave said. I'm going to take Dave's suggestion and start at the other end and work forward, because once I get to the middle, use your scale ruler. Come on, JD, that would be too simple. End scale. This says 65. From 0. Here, let me move up here. There's 0. And 0 is not on the end of the ruler. 0 is kind of offset there. So I'm putting it at 0. And we're going all the way up here, and it says 65 right there. So it's a 65-foot bridge. So how is it that we got 32? I'm going to leave that to you guys. You said to ask your wife and see what she says. Yeah, not going to touch that one. Yeah, I think I'm right. 1 foot. Yeah, this side is HO. This side is O scale. This side is N scale. Okay, yeah, I'm right. Looks like an HO scale bridge. I do have the HO scale bridge. I'm going to build that next. But if you put this here on the ruler, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 inches. So it's a 5-inch end scale bridge. But 65 inches or 65 feet. Rick's going to finish his end scale layout. He started last year. Oh, it's been more than a year. I think it's been 2 years. All right, so let's get the glue going. Get some more glue here. Definitely going to go a little overboard on this stuff because you are not going to see it at all. And I would rather have a ton of glue on there to hold these really thin. I mean, these things are thin. They are paper thin. Get glue on my thumb. So trying to hold these on it's going to be nuts. And I don't want to smear the whole thing. And why don't we do this? Why don't we just get glue on here? Smear a load of glue on that end and on that end. Whoa, I just picked one up. Get off. I touched it on the end and I picked one up. Sit down there. Oh, this is going to get messy. All right, I'm going to rest that there. We're going to put this in place. And the first one, we dropped the first one. I'm getting the tweezers. I already dropped it. Dropped it once. All right, so here's the problem. It's going to glue to my stick. Now I got to hold this. Okay. Stick is out. Okay, but now when I go to put the stick back on, the stick's going to get glue on it. I don't like this. And you know what I think I'm going to do instead of using this stick to put glue on each individual one? I think what I'm going to do is just, yeah, because this is just getting messy. I'll put that away. I'm just going to get the tweezers. Hey, JD, you're going to have to ask Rita about that. So now if I put this here, oh, see, that's the other thing. There's no, ew. So these things aren't perfectly like spanned across. So I can't tell whether or not those are centered. This is nuts. He wicked the stick. Nice. Wrap wax paper to your stick. That sounds wrong. Oh, hey, I'll take it. You need some of that crazy super glue I found. Just watch those fingers. Yeah. Bag of cheap plastic brushes. I use them to apply glue. Yep. 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 I used Star Bond super glue, strong stuff. I'm just going to keep shoving on because I already started and I'm not going to find the glue. I've got super glue somewhere. All right. So I find it easier to come in at an angle and then kind of fold it up. This way I'm getting it at least in the right direction. Yeah. All right, so I got to hold this straight and then I got to slide my wood out. Whoever thought to do this live? Whose idea was this? Okay, hold that. Pull that. I mean, it's working. So I'm not going to. What about gluing to the roof with the point at the ridge? Gluing to the roof. So Deep Run, I'm not sure if this is what you meant, but I kind of like this idea. So these are the roof panels. This is what's going to go on here afterwards. So I think what you're saying is take these and glue them upside down to this. And then when they're all glued, invert it onto that. I mean, I don't know if that would work at all, but I'm willing to give it a try. Yep. Mike says, yep. I don't I don't know if I can do that now that I started. Now y'all got me thinking. Because listen, the instructions don't say that. The instructions say do it just the way I'm doing it. But listen, I'm okay. We're doing it because I'm all about doing things different. So I mean, I'll do it. What? So I'm gonna have to start over at this end. See, but now I got to figure out. Oh, Oh, see, that's the trouble. Because the roof goes over. That's not going to work, and I'm going to tell you why. Just have to wait a minute in between each truss and just let the glue dry. Yeah, so the roof goes outside of the end pieces, right? So you got to take that measurement into account, right? Now, Container Man, hey, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Now take that into account, and then I got to have the space in there for the first truss. So somehow I got to line that up and get the first one on there. Right, right. Dave said it. It'll work either way, but you need to know the overhang. This is starting to spell out math for me, and I'm not liking that. Place half of the roof on the model. Place half of the roof on the model. Get that out of there. Wait a second. We might have this. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. If I use that as the overhang, I like this going a little bit more. Now, if I do this without, nope, 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 nope. Ha ha. Ha ha. Hold on. Hold on. Gotta line this up on my grid here. You guys like to see me squirm. Okay. Like that. All right. See you, DWM. Have a good one. You've been sidetracked. Yeah, I think I have. I think he's off the rails. No, I'm still on the rails. I'm just doing a lot of contemplating. I forgot it's Rick. He likes playing with fire the hard way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so I could do that. And if I give that a minute to set up, then I think I can continue. I just have to make sure that this, I should go this way, but then I can't see. Oh, this is starting to work. This is the fun of modeling, figuring it out. Some large and some don't learn it all. Yeah. Now, as soon as it doesn't work, it's our fault. That's right. If this doesn't work, I'm giving up YouTube. You guys put me in the wrong way. I suppose since Rick's a guy, he throws the instructions away. No, I actually keep the instructions right here. This is the way they told me to do it, this way. And that's the way I started. But then chat said, no, do it the other way. So I got two methods here, guys, for you. Okay. Let's see if we can turn this into some sort of a short. All right. So the instructions tell you to put these trusses on and glue them together using a spacer. Right now, chat is telling me to take the roof board and glue on your trusses to the roof board so that you can just turn your roof board over and put your trusses on. I kind of like this idea, but it's a little frustrating. Then again, so is that. So I'm not giving any credit to doing this at all. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Just a little more glue on the surface this way. Yes, that is true. Deep run, yes, but then in the end, it's going to get glued on there anyway. So I feel like it's the same thing, just in reverse. I think. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have just glued this thing on there to begin with, and then just went and slid all these damn things in there in their place. All right, we got a third way of doing it, folks. So now my idea is gluing this on in the place where it should be at the peak of the ridge, right? And then once it's there, take your piece, glue up both the bottom and the top, and slide it in place where it should be. The only problem there is I'm not going to be able to get this in there to get the right spacing because that's going to hit the roof. So, see, there is no right way, there is no wrong way. There's just however you feel more comfortable. So, I at the moment am feeling more comfortable this way. So, I'm going to continue this way till I run out of these things. Oh, and I just glued the wrong side. See, now you guys got me all. All right, I got to admit, that's working. You know what else would help? What else would help would be having a line here to know like that's where you should stop. Just to know that you're in the right place. JP, you and I should do these. Put half the roof on and slide the trusses in. Yeah. Chisel the end of the spacer to a point to an angle. Chisel the end of the spacer to a point. Yeah, yeah. Oh, this you're talking about. Yeah. Chisel that off. Yeah. I got you. 36 watching, probably more than the Emmys. Well, I ain't getting no awards here. I can tell you that this is the best live demo ever. This is listen. Every time I am on here, you guys teach me something. So we learn together. I come up with these things that I think of that are great ideas, and then I come into chat, and you guys are like, "Wait a minute, try it this way," and then we do, and we find out that one way isn't necessarily better than the other. It all works however you feel comfortable. Some sort of jig would work, but likely overkill given the yeah, the number of trusses. Yeah. Kit bash for sure. Um More braver in this performance than anything at the Emmys. So I don't know if it's my perception, but I feel like these are not going in straight. And I don't know if it's just the way that I'm looking at it. I hope it's not the way that I'm pulling out the wood. There we go. All right. You know what else would help? It would help if I had my goggles on. Yeah, I know. I look weird. And I hope, oh, that's going to bother the crap out of you guys. All right. I'll try and do it with just the goggles. I really don't need the light. See, even if I get it in the general area, I can at least hold it down. Oh. I just put my hand in the glue. To be honest with you, I didn't even know the Emmys were on. Well, thank you, sir. Emmys, what's that? I haven't watched the Emmys in years. Why'd you do that? I have no idea. I have no idea. Are these really going to be very visible? No, not really. You're right. I'm overthinking it, and I always overthink it. And you're probably not going to see these much unless you look inside there. You'll see them, but yeah, it's going to be covered. Bernard, good to see you. There you go. Hello. Yeah, it's not going to be the focal point. That was the Oscars. That's something I would do. I suspect precision is not required. Correct. You are correct, sir. It's just me. It's just me. See, I didn't get that all the way up to the point either. See, it could just be me. Could be my perception. But these don't look straight. Yeah, there's no way that. Okay, so that's straight. You can see the point of that is on that line up there, and the point of that line is way off over there. These things are cockeyed as crap. They should be like that. That's the one thing. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Don't worry, Rick. Looks not. Yeah. Yep. 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 Looks not everything. Yep. I know. I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. I need to not worry. All right. So we started on this end. This is going to go over on this side. So we started over there. Let me go back to putting a few more on up here. I'll tell you what, it is easier to put them on that way than it is that way. Rick looks like a monster. Yeah. I look like a monster. Dwight thinks I'm a monster. There you go. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to work on it. We got a couple different ways that we can attack this from different sides. I'll get this done. I'll get it finished. What I'll tell you what I'll do. However, the way I do it, I will leave the one side off, the one side of the roof off, so that you guys can see it when I get it complete. But I got a bunch of these that I got to do, and I'm not going to sit here all night and do it. And frankly, we've already gotten to the top of the hour, so we're a little bit over. But it is what it is. Let's flip over here so that I can say thank you to everyone. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to go to the credits, and we're going to finish this up later. We found 3 separate techniques on how to do this. I could sit here and I could do this for hours, and I know you guys would probably sit there and watch me, but there's no need for all that. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will get it done for you, and I'll show you on the next round. Hopefully the next round we'll be getting the roof secured on. We still have to put those curved pieces back on the sides, and then we got to put some shingles on the top, and then maybe do some touch-up painting, and I think we're done after that. So next week might be the end of that. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, let's go ahead and get the outro going. Guys, there is a video over here to this side. Right down below that, there's going to be a playlist that you guys can click on. And then right below me is that little button that you guys can use to subscribe. Don't forget, thumbs up. See y'all next week or next month.